Welcome to Athens, Georgia, Sanford Stadium, home to the Georgia Bulldogs, where more than 90,000 have already started to bark loudly. This is not your run-of-the-mill regular season game. Instead, it is a top 10 clash, one team hoping to make a giant statement. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So LSU's offense will start this game off. And there he is, a man who makes an entire stadium hold its breath every time he touches the ball, Jesse.
This defense better have a lot of breath in this game, too, because he gets better as the game goes on. He's the kind of guy, David, who can wear a defense down.
And he is the primary focus. That's what this defense is focused and keyed in on. We got to stop him if we're going to have success today.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Got it behind the line. It's Anderson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes second down. From the gun, the running back has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Just a short pass to the tight end. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm, find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. The play action fake. Looking to the big tight end. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Third and short now from their own 48. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that, too, because it's obvious. The defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
To the air, it's Nussmeier. Fires a bullet, now it's picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
First down here for the offense. Leaves it with the back. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. And those hairy dogs taking a bite out of another first down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the dogs do.
They'll throw it on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's dealt.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
Completion a little short of the sticks. It's 2nd down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Power football with the run. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. The dogs are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
Hard to imagine this is only their first drive of the game, but their defense was on the field for virtually an entire quarter. So, guys, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here to convert this 3rd down so their defense can stay on the sideline and get their win back.
The pull and throw off the RPO. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Off the play fake. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. This defense giving up ground, and he's finally knocked down at the 26.
That's an absolute strike right there. Giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Snagged in the middle. It's dealt.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
Uga trying to make this red zone trip pay off. Dropping back. It's Beck. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Ball's at the 24, a lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Wants to go up top. They'll run the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a first down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door, first and goal.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's fourth down. Fourth down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. And this one splits the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the returner will be knocked down. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Got it on the outside, it's Lacey. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Caught in the backfield, it's Anderson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that one.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Bunch formation trying to spring a guy free. Looking to throw on second down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football. And the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to throw, it's back. Lets it go to the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post, right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. A couple of plays into the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can... And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On second down, wants to throw. Got his man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He's got great speed, and the coverage team able to wrestle him down. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right. I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking, taking advantage of those matchups.
Dropping back, it's back. Looking left. It's complete. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
And you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understand the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Pulls it in. It's dealt. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Dogs!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
Man, I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll start this drive with a pass. Catch in the middle, it's Lacy. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. And you see my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Tigers will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Offense gets set for second down. To the air, it's Beck. What a job to lay out and make the catch. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And just not enough field to hold that one. It's incomplete. Now on second down. From the gun to give, looking for room. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front 4 to get the job done on third down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
Georgia sends out the punt team.
On to kick it away.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. The pass is incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield, and that shot the quarterback took might have been a little too much. Just an ill-advised play by the defender to make contact with the quarterback after the throw, and it cost his team. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
He's showing you his skills on that last throw. This guy's got arm talent and accuracy, man, and some of it's not coachable. And I think back to Jamarcus Russell and Joe Burrow, two former Tiger quarterbacks that were the first overall pick in the NFL draft. They had some of that too. They just had a feel for the position that you simply couldn't coach at the college level. This guy, man, he's got some serious tools, and he really helps make this offense dangerous.
And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Gonna run it. It's Durham. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The Tigers are in the hurry-up. To throw, it's Nussmeier. Finds his target down the middle. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. They'll try the run. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run, a pickup of 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on first down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. Running back searching for a hole. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. That's reeled in. It's Lacy. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Not much running room. He's got 1 down to the 12. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And it's right down the boulevard.
That makes the score. Georgia 17, LSU 3.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. caught in the backfield. It's Etienne. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there. He knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Quick completion to the right. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
On the ground, it's Etienne. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll go right back to him. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
I think in this situation, after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
Georgia lining up to punt it away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. 1st down from the 42. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. He's got an open man. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on them.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
He'll ride his man on the option. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play. It's hard to understate how much it's worth to have a guy who can run just enough to pick up a 1st down, to keep a drive alive, to avoid a negative play.
He's just got enough. Everybody could be covered on a pass play, and he can go and get the 1st down for you. He can make maybe 1 or 2 guys miss and just stretch the football past the sticks to keep the drive alive. Such a weapon to have on offense.
The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
LSU right back to the line. Looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Old Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit about to go to work. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yard. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the 4th, and the brain trust will go to work. From the gun, running back on the move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Right on target this time. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. He's looking to throw it. He's taking a deep shot. He's got it. And he's running in the open. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the 4th with a touchdown. They'll go to the air. Looking for the score. Into the end zone for a touchdown. And now just 1 point away from a tie.
What a massive play by this offense. Man, you needed it. Great execution. Now kick the extra point, tie this football game up late, or do you go for 2? Do you go for the win? Do you try to take the lead? That is a you decision.
This is supposed to be the easiest play in football, except when there's this much pressure. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a huge scoring extra point there to get it tied in the final minute. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the fourth quarter and about to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Using his legs, it's Etienne. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Timeout on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we come down the gun of the game. They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. Looking to move it through the air. Fires left. It's caught downfield. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team's being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Quarterback on the keeper. Tackled, but he has a first down. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. Here comes the field goal unit. And this will be for the game. It is perfect. They have taken the lead in the final seconds, guys, and the celebration has erupted on the sideline.
It is a nerve-wracking feeling as a football player when the game comes down to your kicker, and he has to come through, and Palmer, he comes through with flying colors.
And you know in college football, no field goal is automatic. But there's no college kicker situation here. He drills that right through the uprights, and David, it looks like his team's getting the dub.
That late clutch field goal put them on top. They can almost taste victory if they can keep them from scoring to tie or win the game. They stopped the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the books.